Forget the college football playoffs. Forget the national championship game. LSU-Alabama is the game of the year. It's just days away, and where would you be without an early week dose of Tallkin Tigers? Good thing we don't have to answer that question because it's coming up next. Welcome to Tallkin Tigers. I'm Jim Derry. It's the game we've all been waiting for. Heck, it's the game the country's been waiting for, except maybe those pesky sports writers in the West who refuse to vote for players from the SEC for Heisman, and they think the Pac-12 is a quality conference. It's 4th-ranked LSU, it's 7th-ranked Alabama in Tuscaloosa. How much more intro do you need? Well, let's get right to our man in the middle of it all, and that's LSU beat writer Jerit Roser. Hello, Mr. Roser. How are we doing up there in Red Stick?
Hey, man, it's going all right. How about you?
Oh, get ready for this big game. I think there's a big game. Something going on, right?
Yeah, you're making a lot of friends on the West Coast media circuit today. But yeah, I mean, people around the country are looking forward to this. A lot of the coaches and players on both sides have said this game is one of the reasons why you go to LSU or Alabama. It's just a huge matchup year in, year out now. And
this game, really, the winner has a direct path to not just the college football playoffs, but has a direct path probably to a top 2 seed, don't you think?
Yeah, I mean, people are looking at Alabama, even with one loss, as among the favorites to make the college football playoff and potentially make a title run. LSU is sitting there at number 4 in the coaches and media polls coming into tonight. Tuesday night we'll have the initial bowl rankings, the initial college football playoff rankings, but both are in pretty nice position. This would be a nice win for either one of them to get. And a lot of the other teams involved also have to play matchups where, involved in the top 10 in the rankings also have to play pretty notable matchups where they might kind of bump each other down the ladder in some spots. Ohio State with the Michigan and Michigan State games. Clemson, a Florida State team that is coming off of a heartbreaking loss, but it's still a quality team. Baylor and TCU have to play down the stretch. So the winner of this matchup certainly has a pretty nice path up the ladder.
Well, tell me, most of these players have not beaten Alabama. They've lost 4 in a row to them, including the national championship game a few years ago. How do they not press in a game like this and try not to get too fired up, and they have to really stay out of the moment and really forget about what so much it means, but how do they stay grounded, I guess?
Yeah, and that's something it seems like they've been kind of harping on a lot. I'm trying to do a story later in the week, actually talking to some of the guys from that 2011 team that won in the regular season but then lost the national championship game, and LSU hasn't beaten Alabama since that season game in Tuscaloosa, as well as talking to some of the players now about wanting to end that streak the Tide has going against the Tigers. And the veteran player, the ex-players, former players are pretty open about the fact that they want to see these guys win this game and get some of that bitterness out of their mouth. The current players are pretty well coached and versed in saying that none of that factors in this year and just kind of blocking that out entirely. It's been a week where, even more so than usual, the players have been kind of quiet about any of those external factors, and they're just eager to get back into this game, a big game after a bye week, where they're just ready to get out there and play a football game and hit somebody in a big matchup, big atmosphere.
What's the overall mood?
It's pretty typical, honestly. I mean,
Good.
It was pretty relaxed, I guess, coming off of the open date on Monday. They all came back and you could tell they were kind of well rested and eager to get back out there. Just that was kind of the big thing that a lot of guys said. They're excited for a big matchup, but mainly after having a week off, they're just excited to play football again.
Well, stick around for today's extra point. We're going to do it right now. I want to talk to you after we get this clip in. Today's extra point, I show you the following disturbing clip, and then we can just chat about it. Whoa! Whoa! What is this? I mean, leave the hoverboarding to Marty McFly, for crying out loud. What is this, Jerit? Does he?
Yeah,
I mean, come on, Alabama week. I mean, when he sort of kind of like fell off that thing, I wanted to call 911.
They're all riding around on those. There was a day, I guess it was about 2 weeks ago, where I was walking up to the indoor facility, and it was like John Diarse, Malachi Dupree, and Brandon Harris all like going in opposite directions on him, and it was kind of a weird, like almost like futuristic dynamic to see three guys just gliding around.
And you didn't put the safety net down? Put the safety net. I said put the safety net around them. Come on, man.
Yeah, we've had some videos of the guys riding around on those. I've got one today where Malachi is talking about multitasking, doing an interview on one and making sure he doesn't fall or misanswer a question. Basketball assistant David Patrick actually hopped on one in Australia during the basketball team's trip down there, and I got a video up that is either Brandon Sampson or Antonio Blakeney had taken, where he actually took a pretty nasty spill on the hardwood floor.
Well, Jerit, I don't even know if I can look at that. I can't go any longer. I'm just too verklempt. Look, we're going to have to end it there. Talk amongst yourselves until Friday. Hoverboarding. Sheesh. See you later.